audience, message, product. There's the three
AMP.
areas you got to AMP, yeah.
Remember
Audience,
that, people. It really is huge. It's really that simple. And Paul broke it down perfectly. AMP, audience, message, product, and it goes in that order. Like, don't make a product until you have your audience and messaging down. And I would say 95% or more of brands in our space get that wrong. They make a product and then they try to figure out who they're going to sell it to. And it's just not the right way. Start with the audience and the messaging, and it's just going to be more effective that way. You're going to resonate better with the audience, and people buy from people they like. Like one of the phrases I heard when I used to do a lot of sales, all things being equal, people will buy from people they like. All things being unequal, people will still buy from the person they like. Like there could be some big fancy CBD company out there that has cooler packaging than yours. But if you're putting out that passion and people resonate with you, they're going to buy your brand over that big fancy brand every time.
The way describing that is that Nike spend more on advertising than Under Armour making revenue.
Yeah, there you go.
So Under Armour is an amazing brand, but people like Nike. Nike spend, they understand the diversity of having influencers. You call them sports stars, but they're an influencer. Tiger Woods in golf, right? So the black community have suddenly got this pinnacle guy who's the number one in golf. He's this hero, right? Michael Jordan in basketball when it first came out. Now, what they call the flight, what's his bloody little symbol called now? Nike have now used that as a
Jumpman. Yeah.
Jumpman. Yeah, exactly. So Nike understand that you buy the most influential person, right? And they're the influencer. So people are connecting themselves to a person. So they connect to a brand, and then they connect to individual. So your brand has an overall ethos, what it's about. And these micro influencers or big influencers become a figurehead for your business. They're the people that look up to them, right? So people buy off people. So that's the same thing. People in a basketball space, we buy Michael Jordan jerseys back in the day because it's Michael Jordan. I've got one from 1995, an original one.
Nice. I was there I grew up in Chicago. I was there at all the championships, man, celebrating in the streets. It was crazy, man. But one thing, when Michael signed with Nike, he didn't want to sign with Nike. I think he wanted to be with Adidas, I think, at the time. But Nike was a smaller brand. This is like 83, 84. And
that's 11 years old. They started in 72, right, Nike?
Yeah, and so they were still small. Yeah, and so they paid him way more than any other NBA guy ever got paid for being an influencer at that time. I think it was like a few $100,000 or whatever it was. And the first shoe that they released with him, it took off beyond their wildest dreams. And they saw something in him, and they were willing to pay him that extra money and give him that attention. But he didn't even want to go with them. His mom and dad kind of made him. They were like, "They're giving you all this money. What are you talking about, kid?"
Well, yeah, Nike do that. So Nike got Tiger Woods for like 4-year contract, $200 million. He got big, and there's like, just buy the power, because they just knew he was getting big anyway. But they just knew he was winning so much. So, but it's like, again, that's just using influence, right? So think about that. So that's Tiger Woods, that's Michael Jordan, that's Shaquille O'Neal, the big guys, right? Shaquille O'Neal was Reebok at the time. I don't remember that. It's kind of then, but just like Sue the yoga instructor. It's got 100 people that come through a studio a week, right? She can influence 80% of them. That's 80 more sales a month in your business, right? From Sue, right? Then you get 10 Sues, 20 Sues, right? Then your sales are through the roof. It's so difficult for you as a one-person brand to just scream. You need people on it with you. And then the only way these people are going to come on a journey with you is that if you're a good human and you know how to communicate your passion and what you're up to, right? And then they go, I feel it. I want to be part of that. It sounds exciting. People like exciting shit. Yeah. Right? So they'll come with you and they'll come on that journey. But it goes back to having to do the work. You have to understand your audience. You have to understand your messaging, right? You have to understand the product you're going to deliver. And then you have to have a massive passion and drive that's relentless and ridiculous. If any of you have come into this space, like you've probably gone to the Amazon space, the vape space, or any other bloody space and think it's a get-rich-quick space, it's not true.
No, yeah, and then I'll tell you that too. I'll back that up. It's going to be, like I said in the beginning, the hardest you ever have worked, and it doesn't come overnight. It takes time. And, I laugh at people, they see our ads out there and they think that we're telling people, oh, it's the green rush. We're not that is not us. Like, this is not the green rush. You're not going to get rich overnight. Although I have seen it once or twice, but it's very rare that happens.
I've seen people do phenomenally in the first 12 months. And generally the people that do really well in the first 12 months work their fucking ass off. Yeah. They have a clear focus and a super targeted audience. And they generally get, not luck, I hate the word luck, but they hit a market or a trend at the perfect time.
Yeah, right place at the right time.
Market at the perfect time. So Gymshark's a prime example. I mentioned before, the market changed where younger people get into gym and they're less driven by seeing big bodybuilders and stuff. They're driven by the skinny dudes. And it's the YouTube era as well, where normal guys who go to the gym will start doing videos on YouTube and it being really cool, right? So like boxing's changing right now, where more celebrities and more YouTubers are being on the cards of big boxing fights.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. What is that?
I was watching a podcast, which is a really good podcast to understand how people think. So Joe Rogan in the USA is a podcast I watch, and in the UK I watched the real Geordie. It's called, and he's like a British Joe Rogan. He's a Geordie guy, and he had Eddie Hearn on, who's the manager for people like Anthony Joshua and stuff like that. And he was just talking about how these certain things are changing. Watching podcasts like that give you so much information about marketing, about how YouTube's changing the world right now, and how people are like so famous on YouTube, how much money they're making on YouTube. So YouTube is owned by Google, and it's a free way to get information out there. Fucking make shit YouTube videos. YouTube's evergreen, right? So I still get business from that CBD video I made on YouTube over a year and a half ago. I get messages. I watch your YouTube video. Can you help me?
I get hit up by. I did an interview a year or two ago, and I still get people. I saw your interview on YouTube. I was like, wow, I did that like a year ago. So you're right. It just has that life to it, and so that's another thing. Just creating content is huge, and just getting out there. So I think we gave you guys a ton of info, and I know Paul is going to be back again. So, but this is, if you want to leave our audience with any final thoughts, Paul. I mean, I think we've really given them a lot to think about.
Just be a fucking human. And it's really difficult because when you go into business, you think I've got to act like a business. But today's world with reality TV, the power of YouTube, right? The power of celebrity, people want to see real. Even like, as extreme as it is, like President Trump is a bit of he doesn't really follow the rules. You feel like you sort of kind of know him because he's a bit of a dafty, right? I'm not going to have any political views, but I think he's intriguing as a person because he's not stiff. He doesn't really sort of like, he says stupid shit. He like says like, you're CNN, fake news, and just puts his hand out of the way like that, fake news, you're CNN. And he just stuff we would do.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a performer. Like, even I was watching Joe Rogan and his guys talking, and they were like, "Oh, we love Trump. He's hilarious." Like, they don't like his politics, but just how his presence. He's funny. Like, he's just an idiot. He's off the cuff, and
so the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the Rock, and Kevin Hart. They're just normal. They seem like normal dudes.
Yeah,
they're fucking multi-millionaires, but they're normal dudes. So the world's craving normal. So that's why people watch, even the reality TV is a lot of bollocks. People are watching that thinking that's real. So people are craving, so be real.
That's why Joe Rogan has blown up, because the Joe Rogan podcast is just a couple guys.
Sold his rights to that to go.
Oh yeah, he just sold his rights for $100 million to Spotify. So he 2 days ago he was worth $25 million. Now he's worth $125 million.
He was generating $13 million a year from his podcast. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I guess his net income is $25 million, but now he just made that 100. So yeah, he's not doing bad, and that's kudos to him.
And another thing, guys, to think about: just because Facebook have acquired Giphy, make GIFs.
Yep.
If you make branded GIFs.
Yeah.
If it's just you and your making one that's like, you think of like trending keywords, and then make GIFs about that. So when people start, when you go into Giphy and people find it, next thing you know, your brand's going to pop up as a GIF for "fuck you" or something or whatever.
I love it. And then memes too are getting popular. Like, everybody's doing the memes nowadays, and so that's another way to get just eyeballs.
If it suits your brand, right? It's just awareness. You want massive awareness, but the big thing is be a human. The reason when I first came, I'll finish with this. When I came out of the forces, I didn't know who I was because I was this human, full of life character in the forces. I came out and I thought I had to I don't even know what it was. I thought I had to like be different in the real world because I couldn't say certain shit without worrying I was going to get told off or fucking called a racist or a sexist or something. But I'm not. It's just that my language in the force was slightly different. You know, after about 3 years, I realized just being my fucking self. Like I do swear and I do say silly stuff and I slur my words and I've got a weird accent, but that's me. So if people want to work with me, they'll work with me. If they don't, I don't care. Because I just want to help people. So if people want to come to me, brilliant. If they don't, they don't. So as your business, you've got to be the same. So if your business and your brand is just this, understands who it's talking to and talks to them in a genuine way, people will love that. Right? If you're not genuine, people will see it. We can see when people are being snidey and sneaky and tricky. That's why so many people get scammed online. Is because your body's telling you this person's a scammer. You feel it, but then your need for want to make money online fast is like, oh, I need to make money online, but I know this guy's scamming me. But fuck it, I'll dive in. And 2 months later, you're like, I've been scammed, and you know you're being scammed. So just follow your gut and just realize you've got to do the work and be a human. Right? You make people I know who make the most money generally in these types of businesses. The people that are pretty human, like Cody from Pure Car and stuff like. You know, you're talking about your mate from Stab CD, Dan Blazarian. All the brands have got a face behind it that talk. Even fucking Jeff Bezos with Amazon, right? He's the face of that. He talks. Yeah. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook looks ill as fuck at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, he's the face of Facebook, right? And Microsoft and that sort of shit, right? So people are craving human, so be a human. That's my parting message for this. You know, be human, and then you'll start seeing you make sales because people buy off you because they genuinely like who you are. If they don't like who you are, don't be bothered. It's social media. Someone calls you a twat, so what? Just delete and block them. Go on.
100%. So there you go, people. You just got to keep plugging away, and me and Paul are here to help you guys. Feel free to reach out anytime. If you have any questions, we're definitely here to help you. So you know where to find us, and we'll be back again soon. And thanks for taking the time with us, Paul. I know it's getting later in the evening over there, so you probably want to hang out with your wife and kids.
I've kicked him out, so it's all right. I want some peace and quiet. I've been locked down way too long.
So yeah, man, I'll be coming out to see you in Spain soon too. So I can't wait to come out there, man. And we'll catch up again soon online as well. And thanks again for taking the time, buddy.
That's my pleasure. Oh, everyone be safe. Be safe. It's a crazy time, so be safe.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you soon, Paul. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Take care.